Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Ray McLeod on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
It's fair to say this season hasn't gotten off to the type of start they likely envisioned for themselves, but it's still early. A win here, it could go a long way towards changing the trajectory of this entire season. But what's going to make this even more difficult today, not only the worthy opponent that they face, but having to go on the road and do it here in a hostile environment. If he is able to lead his team to a win today, I think that gives them the spark to turn this season around.
Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's a run with Algier. And he'll get this close to a first down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down. Now a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. And Penix. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Now Penix. That one taken in by London. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Penix going to throw again. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons. That his first touchdown of the new year. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
We both could get the sense from talking to him this week leading up to today's game, like just the amount of pressure he felt that was on his shoulders. And frankly, in the entire locker room, they need to get their first win. When you study NFL history, starting a season 0-3, not many teams have ever made the playoffs in the Super Bowl era, only 6. So if they want to get a chance to find themselves in the playoff hunt, if they just want to get their season on track, a win today is going to go a long way.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Washington. They'll run here with the rookie. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here is Penix. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Algier. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll try and get there on the ground. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on third down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the first down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run on first down with Algier. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run with Robinson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Looking to throw, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. From the gun on third down, here's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons will extend to a 10-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. That's a short one, caught by Sinnott.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll give on the ground, and he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. They'll motion over Samuel. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle, and he'll get about 5. They'll stick with him again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Samuel has it working the middle. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Man in motion is Brown. They'll run it on the inside handoff. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Algier. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jalon Payne there for the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, Atlanta.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Open man, he's got it. It's London. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Robinson. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down. Now, after that last snap, we have an injured player. It's Bijan Robinson, who's in some pain down there. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Algier. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Penix. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, Penix. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Third and 9. Another run here for Robinson. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. The Commanders set to kick this one away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. On 2nd down, here's Penix. He's got his man, it's Mooney. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Again, it's Penix. That complete to Algier.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
To throw again, it's Penix. Here's a screen taken in by Algier. And he will get into the end zone. Tyler Algier. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. Up the sideline to the 40. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's got his man downfield. It's Debo. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Now Dan Quinn will send out the field goal unit. This a 46-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders will cut into that lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Falcons are in the lead. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, for the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Debo Samuel making their way out. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. And that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Terrell has it. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy. So if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, Still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Throwing now, Penix on first down. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Now Penix to throw on second down. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
About 19 yards on that one. And they're in business. It's first and goal.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
On the ground, it's the tight end. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Still second down.
They'll try it one more time, but now a bit closer. It is second and goal. Looking to throw. It's under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
He'll try to run for it. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force 4th down.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. 1st and 10. Here's a designed run. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now Daniels. He finds a man. That's Osborne. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. They get 20 on the connection. Good for a Commanders' 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete. A.J. Terrell, the tight coverage there, and he knocks it away.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. McLeod now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. On 1st down, it's Penix. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And this will be a Falcons 1st down. He'll take this up to the 38-yard line. From the gun, here is Penix. That's to Pitts, the tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll run on 1st down with Algier. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get them down and keep them to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. It's Penix. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first, so it'll bring up 4th down. Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. 2nd and a yard. On play action, Daniels. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Daniels gonna throw again. That one intercepted. Picked off by Clark Phillips. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole? The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart. Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Penix.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Open man is Mooney. He's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Algier going to try to bust his way in. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. He'll take him down at the 3-yard line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep it?
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Falcons. These scores have to be a relief to this team, Greg. Looking at going 0-3 instead, a 4th quarter lead, and it looks like win number 1 is on the way.
Absolutely, and at this stage of the season, still being early, this is about as close to a must-win as it gets. Historically, teams that avoid 0-3 starts by getting back to 1-2, the likelihood of them being in that playoff picture is drastically different. So, big win today when they needed it the most.
This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniel. Samuel has it working the middle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Taking off, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down. They'll throw with Daniels. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. It is brought in the end zone. Luke McCaffrey. Touchdown, Commanders. It felt like they needed a touchdown. Greg, in the worst way, after getting those early field goals to find the end zone, big boost for this offense.
And it felt like they really needed it. As you said, Mike, to come away with 3 previous drives ending in field goals and not being able to cross it over the goal line for 6, it starts to wear on you as an offense. You start having a little doubt saying, hey, can we finish any of these drives? Now they finally do, and we can expect this to kind of start to roll throughout the rest of this game.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. They'll go right back to Algier. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. On third down, here's a run by Algier. This isn't going to work out much better either. Stop right at the line of scrimmage this time. No gain, tough sequence, and that brings up fourth down.
Well, maybe he's counting a little bit, Mike, on this defense being in pass mode, and maybe you can catch him off guard with the run call. In this case, the defense was ready for all of it. They hold them to no gain. They're going to have to bring out the punt team.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way, a back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Daniels now on first down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed.
And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.